Hello, I hope y'all are having a great day. It's January 3rd, and today I'm going to be talking about mainly I mean, not really severe weather, uh, which is good, but mainly be talking about really just looking at this week, maybe into the long term as well. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Thank y'all for watching. If you are, I appreciate it. Um, let's get started. So we did have a pretty good kind of mid-Atlantic southeast winter storm yesterday into today. Uh, Today, like more mid-Atlantic areas got affected by it. Last night we had areas of Alabama and Tennessee. This is very slow. We can see our other storm system that we had. I think this was maybe Saturday. This was, and that was Saturday night into Sunday. I think yeah. Had another one up further to the north and the Midwest there. We can see in the southeast though. This is not gonna work at all here. It's pretty much frozen, okay? Well, I do not know what to do about that, but I'm just trying to reload it. Sorry about this. One thing about this website is it's pretty slow on really anything. I don't understand why it's so hard to use, but it is. Okay, so here we go. So, of course, right when we get here, okay, but we can see down into the Birmingham area, we had widespread snowfall accumulations of half an inch, maybe up to around 2 inches in some of the suburbs in the northern side. Tuscaloosa, maybe a good dusting over in the areas of Mississippi, further north of areas of Mississippi, we had an inch, 2 inches. Really, though, the main area that really got hit hard and surprised me was the Huntsville area. We can see reports of like almost amounts nearing half a foot in that area. Even amounts getting up to like 8, 9 inches to the south of Nashville. A lot of snow. Some high amounts as well as you go into kind of like areas outside of Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg itself got snow. But really today, though, of course, now it's going to freeze. But today where we had the most activity was in the mid-Atlantic. We could see at areas like Raleigh, like Greensboro, those areas, we could see maybe a half inch to an inch in some areas. Further to the north of Virginia, like 4, maybe half a foot, maybe even close to a foot in northern Virginia here. Reports everywhere in Washington, D.C. here. Let's kind of see, yeah, so a lot of different reports. Maybe some values getting up to around 8, 9 inches in Washington, D.C. So pretty significant snowfall for them. Good amount of like 14 inches in Fredericksburg, Virginia there. This is very okay. Yeah, and even in Delaware though we had good snowfall as well. Be a foot in some areas. It's a lot. Even in New Jersey, though, like a foot in a lot of areas, like 4 or 5 inches. Could easily see though where it really didn't make it any further. Still didn't make it any further north. We can really see that cutoff line there pretty easily. But let's look out into the future here and see what we could be looking at for this week. So we can see our storm system exiting tonight, leaving behind a lot of cold air. Storm system kind of brought winter back to the south. Northwest is getting hit with a lot of mountain snow once again and a lot of rain. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see a storm system inject into the plains. So we can see in kind of the northern plains, Midwest area, we have a 997 millibar low right there. Not getting a lot of precip at all. We're not getting a lot of moisture, my bad. We can see maybe some light snow showers for areas like Grand Forks and Fargo, maybe Minneapolis as well. With that, Northwest still pretty active as well. And then we can see this really just brings a lot of light snow, which could accumulate up to like a few inches maybe. And then we can see another kind of storm system dip down into the central plains here. Uh, this is kind of a drier cold front. It's kind of along this. I'm assuming we kind of have a cold front like this with another low here. And we can see that kind of drop down to the south Thursday afternoon. Maybe some snow in Tennessee. Like maybe some snow showers. We'll have to see about that. The GFS has a little bit of snow as well in the mid-Atlantic. Once again, colder air behind this. But even in front of this, though, it's not going to be warm in the south at all. Really. We'll take a look at temperatures in a little bit. The northwest still very active. And next weekend, we get another storm system around the 8th and the 9th. This could be a bigger one. We can see a lot more moisture with this one. Maybe a freezing rain event in the northeast, according to the GFS. Okay. And then a lot of cold air behind that. Look at that. The northeast right there would be very cold. 486 line coming into the northeast. That's very cold air. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the European. See how it's different than the GFS. So you can see that storm system exiting. This one right here is just the other one on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's just going to bring in some light snow. Nothing significant. Also some pretty gusty winds with it, but nothing like in terms of heavy precip at all. Europeans going a little harder though with this storm system for the southeast Thursday along the cold front. Maybe some decent snow in Tennessee and Kentucky if this happens. We can see right there. And that goes into the mid-Atlantic and really brings the northeast a snowstorm there. We'll have to see what happens with that because there is some pretty big uncertainties with this winter storm though. But there is potential maybe for some snow showers for this area here, I'd generally say. Really this area. That'd be the area that's circling too small. Really this area I'd want to watch for maybe some light snow Thursday. Because both the GFS and the Euro are kind of similar with that. We can see that much colder air behind this storm system there. And then Saturday and Sunday we do get a little storm system, but not as organized as the GFS. So still a lot of uncertainty with this 1,058 day. But it's interesting to see though. That would be some strong winds. Goodness. Let's go back to the GFS and take a look at temperatures, and then we'll look at the Euro. Because we don't really have much else to do today. So that is good. So we can see tonight's going to be very cold across the east to central U.S. This is how it really should look for a early January morning. Or not, still areas are well above average, but this is more or less how it should look. We can see freezing temps all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Pretty good to see. Another cold blast coming in Wednesday behind that storm system. Negatives in the Dakotas and Montana there, even into Illinois. And we see it's just still remaining cold. We can see like Wednesday, it's still pretty cold across the southeast with the exception of like central and southern Texas. We have mainly 50s, like low 60s. And we can see that cold front there, bringing more cold air to the east. And then this is the other one. Says kind of in the Monday there, and brings a lot colder air. It's like another reinforcing shot of cold air for the east. And look at the temperatures in the northeast though, negatives, single digits, pretty nice. But the plains are a bit warmer. Really not the southern plains, really, more or less the central plains. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, we see that. But still, the good thing about this pattern we're going into is it looks like the cold might stick around in the southeast for a little bit, actually, that's good. After all the warm air the south has had, and the northeast as well. It's been pretty warm, and it does look like winter's coming back. So that's kind of the good thing about that. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the Euro real quick, just for a little bit of comparison once again. And we can see, really, the Euro goes a little bit more hard with that But the high temps on Friday, and then the GFS in the southeast, we can see 30s in multiple locations that the Euro actually occurs. But generally very cold though across the much of the country. I mean, really everywhere is pretty close to average. Uh, and Generally, though, some places can still be are still above average. And then we can see Euro also has that reinforcing cold shot for the east there. Monday and Tuesday was some very cold air. These are temperatures Tuesday afternoon in the Euro, even negatives in the northeast. So we're going to keep an eye on that though, because that'd be very interesting. Highs in the 30s in the southeast, and overall very cold. Something really not a whole lot's going on right now, weather-wise, but does look like we're going to be seeing multiple cold fronts for the east, and generally just a much colder pattern for the south compared to what we had last week. But yeah, I guess that'll wrap up today's video. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back on Wednesday. But yes, goodbye.